Not an ice storm. We're not talking about icicles hanging off the tree limbs and power lines. We're talking about black ice, all a mixture that happened in the overnight. It's long gone. We're going to look at sunshine for the morning commute, but the roads will be slick. 25 degrees at 7 a.m., 9 o'clock this morning, 29. Easy breezy peasy this afternoon. No problems at all. Mostly sunny. Temperatures into the 40s, and we're not talking about any icy roadways at all for that afternoon commute. Mike?
All right. Yeah, the icy roads this morning. Jude, take a look at this. This is very unusual to look at the maps and see this many wrecks ongoing. And all of the interstates, if you hit these interchanges, these ramps and overpasses have been extremely slick. You see another crash out on the Snyder out near New Cut Road on the curve here, Cardinal Curve. 65 at about Crittenden Drive. A couple of wrecks out of the Shawnee Expressway near Bell's Lane, one down around Algonquin, and the other one right near Cane Run Road. Sherman Mitten Bridge and the Shawnee Expressway. And then we've had wrecks working out on the Watterson at Brownsboro Road, and some problems out at the Snyder this morning. And here's what we had. You can see on the Snyder, a couple of cars off to the side of the roadway, and they've had one lane that was blocked a minute ago with police on the scene here. So as you're heading out, extra time, extra caution, and slow that speed down this morning. From the Oxmoor Auto Group Traffic with Hayden Rostevsky.
Good morning, Mike. I am on 64 West, just past the Melwood exit. That's exit 7, heading...
It's not snow piled up this high. It's a glaze of ice. It's a little nuisance situation that makes for just an awful situation for travelers. Get a little bit of light snow mixed in, and that's all it has taken to shut down many schools. And many of the interstates still covered up with black ice. That glaze of ice is awful. The thing that made this situation so bad Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, when we had major icing on the tree limbs and power lines, we were around 32 degrees the whole event. The temperatures weren't dropping, so it wasn't bad to do any traveling, just wet roads. This situation where we have the winter weather advisory is a lot worse. This is a high-impact situation for most travelers that are going to be hitting the roads, especially along and south the Ohio River. That winter weather advisory will run for a few more hours. And then the sun comes up, the system's at roads. It's going to be much improved. 27, and by mid-May, there's not going to be any ice on the roads. It's going to be much improved. 27 in Carrollton, Hardinsburg 29, Bedford 20 degrees. As the clouds have dissipated, the temperatures have tanked. It's a cold start. It's going to be a cold fish, and that would place us in the low to mid-40s. 37 degrees at noon, 44 at 5 p.m. It's going to be remarkable. When you look outside, when that sun's coming up a little after 7 o'clock, as bright as it is, and then but there's a lot of schools closed. Some places you can barely see any ice, but there's a lot of schools closed just because of that black ice. It is really dangerous to do traveling for the next few hours. 25, mostly clear tonight. Northeast winds at 6 to 12 miles per hour. Degrees on Thursday in advance of this cold front, but it's also going to get wet, and wetter. 60% chance for a few showers on Wednesday. For Thursday, 70% chance. On Friday, as a cold, be a couple thunderstorms coming weeks a bunch. We're looking at rain amounts for the upcoming week, somewhere between 1 and 2 inches. Maybe a slight chance for a wintry mix on the backside by late Friday as the temperatures cool. But weather this morning, schools are closed because of icy roads. 68 on Thursday. Friday, temperatures dropping. Saturday's dry, though. Saturday looks okay.
I can't stress enough this morning how icy. Take a look at the map. He's out on I-71, 28, 35 miles per hour out near Crestwood. These ice conditions are very, very bad heading out this morning. Take a look at the Snyder Road, and I see a couple of wrecks working near Bardstown Road. Looks like another one out near Smyrna this morning. We've had some other problems around the interchange here at 65 in the Snyder. We're slow moving Dixie Highway. And then up near the airport, the Expo Center, we've had a couple of problems on some of the ramps here with very slick conditions. Clearing out a crash here around Eastern Parkway. And then looking over at Bardstown Road at the Watterson, we have one crash here. And let me just show you that this is a car in the middle of the roadway, and you can see a truck over here. And that's what happens. You're just going down the interstate. Next thing you know, you're in a tailspin. So some problems. Just use extra caution heading out this morning. From the Oxmoor Auto Group Traffic Center, I'm Mike Marshall with WDRB.
It's released its infrastructure plan today. John Lawrence explains the main goal in the plan and what the president hopes to fix throughout the country.
Infrastructure was a big issue for a presidential candidate.
Our roads, our infrastructure is falling apart. I'm going to start swimming across rivers and lakes now. I don't want to drive.
And it was a point President Trump brought up during his
I'm doing something for you too.
Safe, fast, reliable.